In the annals of firearms history, there are weapons that rise to legendary status, defining eras and influencing military doctrines for generations. Then there are those brilliant innovations, ahead of their time, that somehow slip through the cracks, overlooked by the very institutions they were designed to serve. This is the story of one such weapon, the AR-10, an American rifle so revolutionary, so far-sighted in its design, that it was destined to change the face of infantry combat. Yet, despite its undeniable superiority and groundbreaking features, it became the American rifle the US ignored, a testament to bureaucratic inertia, political maneuvering, and a series of unfortunate decisions that would ultimately cost the United States military decades of potential advantage. Born from the visionary mind of Eugene Stoner, the AR-10 was a marvel of engineering, a lightweight, high-powered rifle that promised to redefine the capabilities of the individual soldier. Its story is one of innovation, frustration, and eventual vindication, as its core principles would later form the basis for one of the most iconic and widely adopted military rifles in history. But before its spiritual successor, the M16, achieved global fame, the AR-10 itself endured a tumultuous journey, a saga of missed opportunities and a design philosophy that was simply too radical for its time. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel right now for more incredible war secrets and the legendary weapons that refuse to fade into history despite decades of technological advancement. The genesis of the AR-10 can be traced back to the mid-1950s, a period of intense post-World War II military re-evaluation. The US Army was searching for a replacement for its venerable M1 Garand rifle, a weapon that, while effective, was heavy, had limited magazine capacity, and was becoming outdated in the face of emerging Soviet designs. The requirement was for a new service rifle that was lighter, had a higher rate of fire, and could utilize a detachable box magazine, all while maintaining the accuracy and stopping power necessary for modern combat. This quest led to a competitive trial that would pit some of the era's most innovative designs against each other, ultimately shaping the future of infantry firearms. It was in this environment that Eugene Stoner, a brilliant engineer working for Armalite, a division of Fairchild Aircraft, began to develop what would become the AR-10. Stoner's approach was revolutionary. Instead of relying on traditional heavy steel and wood construction, he embraced lightweight materials like aluminum alloys and plastics, significantly reducing the rifle's weight without compromising strength. This was a radical departure from the norm, as most military rifles of the time were still built with a focus on robust, albeit heavy materials. Beyond its materials, the AR-10 incorporated several other groundbreaking features. It utilized a direct impingement gas system, which eliminated the need for a separate gas piston, further simplifying the design and reducing weight. Its straight-line stock design minimized muzzle climb, allowing for more controllable automatic fire. It also featured a modular design, making it easy to disassemble, clean, and maintain in the field. These innovations collectively made the AR-10 a truly advanced weapon, offering a glimpse into the future of small arms design. The AR-10 was chambered for the powerful 7.62 caliber NATO cartridge, a standard round adopted by NATO countries. This choice reflected the prevailing military doctrine of the time, which emphasized long-range accuracy and stopping power. When the AR-10 entered the US Army's rifle trials in 1956, it immediately stood out. Its lightweight construction, ergonomic design, and superior handling characteristics impressed many observers. It was significantly lighter than its main competitor, the T-44, which would eventually become the M14, and offered a more modern approach to rifle design. However, despite its clear advantages, the AR-10 faced an uphill battle. Armalite was a small company, lacking the political clout and manufacturing capacity of established giants like Springfield Armory, which was pushing its T-44 design. The trials themselves were fraught with controversy, with accusations of bias and unfair testing procedures. Early prototypes of the AR-10, being cutting-edge designs, also experienced some teething problems, including a barrel rupture during testing, which, though later attributed to a faulty barrel supplied by a subcontractor, cast a shadow over the rifle's reliability in the eyes of some evaluators. These initial setbacks, combined with the powerful lobbying efforts of Springfield Armory and a conservative military establishment wary of radical new designs, ultimately led to the AR-10 being passed over by the US Army. The T-44, a more conventional design, was adopted as the M14 service rifle in 1957. This decision marked a significant turning point, as the US military opted for an evolution of existing designs rather than embracing the revolutionary potential of the AR-10. It was a classic case of institutional resistance to change, where familiarity and established relationships often trumped innovation. Despite being rejected by the US military, the AR-10's story was far from over. Armalite, recognizing the rifle's inherent quality, began to market it internationally. The AR-10 found buyers in several countries, including Sudan, Guatemala, Italy, and Portugal. These nations, less constrained by the bureaucratic processes of the US military, were quicker to recognize the rifle's advanced features and potential. The Dutch company Artillerie-inrichtingen, AI, even acquired a license to produce the AR-10, manufacturing several thousand units for various international customers. The AR-10 saw combat in various conflicts, proving its effectiveness in the hands of soldiers who appreciated its lightweight design, accuracy, and manageable recoil. Portuguese forces in particular used the AR-10 extensively during their colonial wars in Africa, where its performance in jungle environments and its ease of handling were highly valued. These real-world combat experiences provided valuable validation for Stoner's design, demonstrating that the AR-10 was not just a theoretical marvel, but a practical and deadly weapon. However, the AR-10's true legacy would not be in its direct adoption, but in its influence on future designs. While the US Army had chosen the M14, the need for a lighter, smaller caliber rifle for close-quarters combat, particularly in the emerging conflict in Vietnam, quickly became apparent. The M14, chambered in 7.62 51mm NATO, was considered too powerful and heavy for the dense jungle environments of Southeast Asia, where engagements often occurred at shorter ranges. This renewed requirement for a new rifle opened the door for a smaller, lighter version of the AR-10. Eugene Stoner, undeterred by the AR-10's initial rejection, began working on a scaled-down version of his design, chambered for a new, smaller caliber cartridge, the .223 Remington, which would later become 5.56 45mm NATO. This new rifle, the AR-15, retained all the innovative features of the AR-10: the lightweight materials, direct impingement gas system, straight-line stock, and modular design, but in a more compact and manageable package. The AR-15 was, in essence, the AR-10's spiritual successor, a rifle that would finally achieve the widespread recognition and adoption that its predecessor had been denied. The AR-15, after overcoming its own set of bureaucratic hurdles and initial controversies, was eventually adopted by the US military as the M16 rifle. It would go on to become one of the most iconic and widely used military rifles in history, serving in conflicts around the globe for decades. The M16's success was a vindication of Eugene Stoner's original design philosophy, proving that the lightweight, modular, and ergonomic approach of the AR-10 was indeed the future of infantry firearms. The very features that made the AR-10 seem too radical in the 1950s became the standard for military rifles in the latter half of the 20th century. The story of the AR-10 is a powerful lesson in the often unpredictable nature of military procurement and the challenges faced by truly innovative designs. It highlights how factors beyond pure technical merit, such as political influence, institutional conservatism, and even initial manufacturing glitches, can determine the fate of a weapon. The US military's decision to ignore the AR-10 in favor of the M14 meant that it missed an opportunity to adopt a truly revolutionary rifle decades earlier, potentially saving lives and improving combat effectiveness. The M14, while a capable rifle, was quickly superseded by the M16, demonstrating the short-sightedness of the initial decision. Today, the AR-10 has experienced a resurgence in popularity, particularly in the civilian market. Modern manufacturers produce AR-10 variants, often chambered in 7.62 51mm NATO or other powerful cartridges for hunting, sport shooting, and tactical applications. These contemporary AR-10s benefit from decades of material science advancements and manufacturing improvements, realizing the full potential of Stoner's original design. This renewed interest is a testament to the enduring quality and foresight of the AR-10, a rifle that was truly ahead of its time. The legacy of the AR-10 is multifaceted. It stands as a testament to Eugene Stoner's genius, a visionary designer who saw the future of small arms long before others. It serves as a cautionary tale about the pitfalls of military bureaucracy and the resistance to innovation. And perhaps most importantly, it is the unsung hero, the foundational design that paved the way for the M16, a rifle that would equip millions of soldiers and define an era of warfare. The AR-10 was indeed the American rifle the US ignored, but its influence was ultimately undeniable, shaping the trajectory of firearms development for generations to come. Its journey from overlooked prototype to foundational design is a powerful reminder that true excellence, even when initially dismissed, often finds its way to ultimate recognition, proving that groundbreaking ideas, much like the AR-10 itself, simply refuse to be forgotten. If this incredible story of secrets of war, the AR-10, the American rifle the US ignored, has fascinated you as much as it has fascinated us, please make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think was the biggest reason the AR-10 was initially overlooked by the US military? Do you believe the M14 was a necessary interim step or a costly mistake? What other ignored military innovations do you find compelling? We'd love to hear your perspective on this remarkable piece of firearms history and the enduring legacy of Eugene Stoner's design. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more secrets of war and incredible stories of the weapons that shaped military history through innovation, resilience, and the refusal to become obsolete. Ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode, because we're committed to bringing you the most compelling stories that demonstrate how superior design and quality craftsmanship can create legends that endure for generations and prove that true excellence never goes out of style.